this weather is in this location here. I am doing a live here exclusively, and I thought I'd do this live here in, of course, Norfolk, which is not too far away from the seaside famous resort of Great Yarmouth, about half an hour away by train and 45 minutes by bus. Now, you might think this is actually a gate behind me here, but actually it's no party gate, but of course it is a positive that I'm doing this little bit of a tour today, as we are touring with us. So it is lovely coffee here with you, and it doesn't do justice, the weather, to how I am feeling now. Very cool, and the atmosphere so far is good. And of course I just thought I'd actually take the camera the other way and show you where we are now. And this is just outside the train station. Of course, our zoom lens doesn't do justice here of how amazing the train station looks from down here in Norwich. And of course, thank you very much everybody who is joining us right now. And of course I won't use the zoom too often, because of course it messes it up really, the camera here, because we are direct here live on YouTube here. And thank you very much for joining us here. It is Lovely Coffee, which is one of my stage names if you are just new to the channel. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to us. This is Touring With Us, and of course in the far distance you may recognise the stadium, which of course was in the Premiership, but now being reduced to the first division, as what it is now called the Championship. But they'll be playing in the Championship, hoping to get back into the Premiership next year. All being well, that will be good for them. And it is a local team of East Anglia. Leonard Clark said he has actually caught me at last. Where did you catch me? In a net or something like that? Like a fishing net, if you like. Absolutely brilliant. And Nikki is tuned in. Yes, we are not in a seaside resort, not quite yet. Maybe next month we'll do that. And hello to you. We are in Norwich, in case you haven't noticed. This is the train station here. You can see where the entrance is, and of course you can see the entrance of coming out as well. There's also a co-op just there, and of course it doesn't do justice of that brilliant stadium over there in the far distance. Can you see it there? It is literally over there. It's not too far away from you. And hello to you, Nikki, as well, one of our moderators, making sure everything's running smoothly. I do hope that Julian checks in at some point. I don't know whether he will. I did send a link to him, but of course he's probably having fish and chips of Benny's in Haverhill. If you've never checked out Benny's in Haverhill, make sure you try that. I've been also busy today in a location in Suffolk, so I've travelled from Suffolk to Norfolk today. How amazing is that? And there's an amazing 35 minutes or so. I've never literally done that lengthy of video before, but it includes the train travel as well, and a little bit of some bus travel as well, some highlights of that. So it's definitely worth seeing when it uploads. But if you are seeing it uploaded, then of course it's definitely worth checking out anyway, you know, because the video could be uploaded by the time you hear this live, or replay actually. And this is what looks like a precinct or something like that, you know, like a lean-to or something like that, like a garden house when you walk through here. It really does. Look at these lovely little flowers here, all dotted around here. It's like the Chelsea flower show. It really is down here. Do let us know what the signal's like. Is it perfect where you are? We need somebody to actually tell us what the signal is like, because actually I can't see it from my end. I only see a clear screen. So let's hope the signal does stay with us here, and hopefully we'll get a chance to walk towards the football stadium so we can see it in more close-up detail. But let's walk around here so I don't get too much of my echoed voice. So live here in Norwich, you see a lot of buses around here, because they're actually buses that are city buses, and they're actually doing the bus stop on the other side over there. so you can't really literally get a bus into the city centre from that side, because they're doing some work on the road at the moment, so you literally have to walk over in that direction. I think from here I can see the spire of the cathedral. I believe it's the cathedral. If not, it might be a church just from here. Somebody just said something in the comment. I've just basically got to keep up with all this. The signal is all right for a change, so that's good, because you know, when you see it on full screen, sorry about that, everybody. It does flick over from time to time, this camera. I do apologise about that. It's something to do with this flicker thing. Well, actually, sorry about that. Oh dear. Sorry. We're back here. Sorry about that. It's because this here gets in the way. And, of course, you might laugh at this because it actually is not the correct size for the actual thing. And somebody suggested using one of these, and it actually fits on the thing. Well, it does fit, but it keeps flicking out all the time, and it's a huge problem. So now I've resolved it, and thank you very much for sticking with us here, just waiting in the traffic light here. Now, what was I saying beforehand? I was actually talking about this spire here. I believe it's the cathedral that you're seeing from here, unless it's a church. You know, usually cathedrals are with big spires there, and if it is the cathedral, of course, it's home to, of course, a lot of director of music. Of course, David Dunnett is one of the organists there. Ashley Grott is the director of music there. And I think there's another guy that is the assistant organist. But you'd have to look up the Cathedral of Norwich to find out more information. I don't want to get the name wrong, that's what it is. So, yeah, let's walk along here. Hopefully the camera won't flick off this time. Oh dear, I'm really flicked off about that. Path ahead closed. You can see there's a sign there because there's doing some roadworks over there, because you can't really get a bus over there unless you walk straight into the city centre. So yeah, I think the traffic has stopped so we can actually get past. There's a lot of taxis you'll notice around here, and I'll tell you about that taxis in a minute as we cross over, hopefully safely. Yep, that was successful, or successful as you like to call it. And yes, you can see there's roadworks over there. It's not often shown by the naked eye of this camera when people tend to come over here, but of course, yeah, especially those who come over here and film it. And of course the bus stops are normally just over there. And talking about the taxis, they're on the other side, and you can get a taxi from the train station, which is just literally there. You can get to the football stadium this way, but it is quite a long walk. I think it's quicker to go this way. So I remember coming here once in a car, but I haven't been in a car for a long time actually. So yeah, the car that I was in, somebody got lost around Norwich trying to find a way. And I think we stayed in a Frankie and Benny's, was it? Or maybe it was some sort of pizza place where a lot of salad was here, maybe along here somewhere. So of course there's a Pure Gym, also a Riverbank, Chinese buffet and restaurant. So of course the weather doesn't do justice today. It's absolutely brilliant. Bella Italia, very nice little restaurant here. Look at the prices. If you ever fancy one of these, I'm sure they're not cheap. A bit like Cambridge prices in that sort of aspect. So yeah, you're talking about $11.99 for something at least like a carbonara, which is a kind of Italian spaghetti dish or something similar. There's a lot of music playing here, so I'll have to mute it here. If there's too much music playing, I will mute it at some point, so we do apologise about that. If it's windy also, we'll mute it as well. It's not just good music. You don't want to get demonetised. So I thought I'd come to Norwich because, you know, not only that, of course, I decided to do it for the first time, because I was actually going to go to either Cromer today, but I thought, you know, whilst I'm here, I might as well do it, you know, and it's easy for me to get back, because literally I got on the train from Stowmarket to Diss and to Norwich, and luckily I caught this one on the 50 minutes past 2 train from Stowmarket, calling it disc as in disc, D-I-S-S, and of course I haven't checked out this town yet, because I'm a bit worried about the transport getting back, unless you've got a car or something like that. But calling out this, and then of course at Norwich. And what I would say is that I decided to do Norwich instead for a simple reason, is because I couldn't get to Cromer in time, and of course I wasn't sure what time it would get back, whether it will time the 7:35 train back to Norwich. So, no, to Cambridge, sorry, from Norwich to Cambridge. That's what I actually meant. So, yeah, I'm just sort of a bit confused here. So, of course, from Norwich to Cambridge, the 7:35 or something like that, you can catch from here to get back to Cambridge. And then eventually I'd have to get an hour service to get back to Haverhill on the late buses. So, of course, Cambridge does have a late bus. A lot of people don't know about it. It's a scenario where you get 2 choices of buses to get back to a town called Haverhill. It's every 40 minutes past the hour at night. So the last one being 11:40, and you won't get back to Haverhill until about 1 o'clock in the morning. And it can sort of do your mind out, because you're back home at really, really late in the morning. But yeah, there's a 10 o'clock, as in 10:40, and then 11:40 from Cambridge, Drummer Street, which is the main bus station. But anyway, let's go back to here. I believe that was a Pizza Hut. Yeah, that's what it was. The Pizza Hut is where we first came here, and they do lovely salad in there, I have to say. I'm really, really impressed with that. And of course, that was what I was really impressed with when I came to Norwich for the first time. And I didn't literally know until, of course, somebody told me how to get to the Great Yarmouth at the train station. And also I looked it up on Google Map, that to the train station literally just over there, you know. And we did stay in the car park just around the corner there. There's Hollywood Bowl here. It's definitely worth checking out. Might actually have a little sneak through. Why not have a little quick look through, if the signal stays with us, that is. And thank you for staying with us, by the way. Probably got told off a bit, but this is the main bowling area. So this is the main diner area, worth checking out. I've never literally been to this diner, and I'd love to one day. It's very similar to the one in Cambridge. They've got billiards bowl, not billiards bowls, but billiards. What's wrong with me today? It's kind of billiards, is it? Something like that. I don't know what they call it, but of course it's some kind of pool game. But yeah, I've never played it myself, but of course it looks fun. And the bowling alley's just over there. So there's an arcade area just here, if anyone wants to check it out. I'm just about to check it out, just here. Get a good view from here. Just over here. Just a quick little glance down there. So that's the Hollywood Bowl. Wonder why it's called that, but there you go. Footpath closed now. We already saw a road closed, and that's the footpath. So yeah, what do we see down here? We see a lot of things actually. See restaurants. Istanbul. Absolutely brilliant. I believe somebody left me a message. I might be wrong. I've got to catch up with it, by the way. No. You just never know who comes in the chat here. So, of course, yeah, I've just got to keep up with it, basically. Just imagine having a lot of people viewing at the same time. Must have been incredibly difficult to catch up with it. But, yeah, we know that from experienced videographers out there. Mention no names. But, yeah, we're going to get a good view from this bridge, which I'm coming up to now. The weather doesn't do justice today. It really is amazing. And even people are canoeing today. They're just rowing their canoes. Kind of like weird walking up here. So this is the main river which runs through Norwich. It's the first time I've been up here, so of course do expect me not to be quite as knowledgeable as I normally am, or I try to be. So look at the view here from this riverside here. It's beautiful weather here, really is nice, and you can see that, of course, by the looks of it, it is a spoons, and of course it's one of many that I've actually been to in Norwich. There's also, of course, the Bell Hotel, which is in that direction over there, I believe, and it is actually a hotel, and it can get very busy over there. But this is a kind of garden, and of course, yeah, you can see there's stalls everywhere. There's people sitting outside, and I don't blame them really. Some people might like to sit inside, and of course it might be a little bit cooler. And there's actually a walkway, you can walk all the way down here. So yeah, it's amazing. So what a way to sit outside here today. So if you have any questions along the way, feel free to ask any questions, or where you'd like us to go. Sometimes we go and do a secret one live, but we only had about 7 minutes to actually go live. So yeah, for the first time I actually programmed it. That is just amazing to do that. I wonder what they're actually doing down here. I don't know, but of course this is definitely the Witherspoons from this side here. I'll probably end up going there before I head off. Probably have a cup of tea or even a quick bite to eat before I go back, which is quite nice. I can remember when people were actually queuing outside here in this location. It's called the Queen of Iceland, by the way, especially as we've had the Platinum Jubilee earlier for 4 days. Did anyone have a good Platinum Jubilee? Let us know in the comments. What wonderful things that Dan Wootton said on the GB News recently, especially about the Queen being the greatest Britain, choosing that, and why wouldn't he? For our amazing Majesty. 70 years of the reign of the Queen, and of course, yeah, she will be remembered for that, I have to say. So yeah, hopefully you remember this video as well at the same time, and I'll try and find my way to the Premiership, well, was Premiership football ground of Norwich City, the famous club. I'll try and go around it if I can, but then I'll do a U-turn and finish probably in that sort of area. So yeah, I haven't actually been down this way for a long time, so I'm actually pretty much guessing where to go. I'll probably have to go to the left. So there's some Bansky on here. It's amazing, isn't it? So we've been going 19 minutes on the clock here, and welcome if you are just joining us here. It is 4 o'clock here, UK time, in the afternoon, Tuesday the 7th of June 2022. If you don't believe me, check all your calendars and watches. It's a nice little pathing down here, I have to say. A lot of kids running around, so You don't really need to see all that. It's not really that exciting to see. That's what you can hear in the background. And where you could actually see us live earlier was actually at a Spoons in Suffolk called the Willow Tree in Stowmarket. Thank you very much for joining us here. This is Norwich. It's quite a sort of famous area, especially for Anglian news. So you're watching Story with us live on YouTube. Absolutely brilliant. Thought somebody called my name for a second. I always get that feeling. Look how far away we are from the stadium. You can literally see it from here. Might have to turn around this way. Have to go round, I think. So I think I see trouble, so I'm going to have to avoid certain parts. Many apologies about that, because I'm sorry about the swearing here. Because you can hear swearing in the background, and of course it's not very nice to hear. And yeah, I'm going to have to go the lengthier way, wherever it takes us. So down here, I'll go as quickly as I can. I think there's been some trouble down there, but yeah, it's not really a thing that you want to expect to come to see, especially down here. So yeah, it looks like it's going to rain in a minute. I just hope they don't follow me. So yeah, they would have been caught on camera anyway. I can still hear them shouting. Obviously someone causes a bit of trouble down there. It's always happening everywhere, so you can't just blame a particular area. Is the signal okay? Please let us know. Someone sounding really drunk down there, so we're going to have to avoid it at all costs. It's probably best if we do. So, yep, we'll have to go right round this way. And, of course, yes, it's quite difficult when you're doing it on your own. Well, of course, I've got some sort of guidance. My guidance is always with me at all times, so we'll try and go as far as we can go. Sorry, I'm starting with my words. Just a little bit shocked about what I see, but anyway, never mind about that. We should continue. We're not far away from the actual football ground from here. A car alarm going off there. So this is Morrison's car park here, just down here. I'm not actually going to walk through it because, you know, there's security there, so best to avoid that at all costs. So I could have gone through there, but of course there was some trouble down there, so I wanted to avoid it at all costs. As you well know, this is probably the quickest way to get to the football stadium, because if you go along that road it takes too long, well, for me anyway. But yeah, literally the football stadium is just here, and the safest way to actually go through to the stadium is this way. So if I ever wanted to come to Carrow Road in Norwich. I should say Cambridge for a second. That's an arrival, isn't it? So yeah, if I ever wanted to go to Carrow Road, the shortest direction, come through this way, because it actually is a lot quicker than it is going down the main road there. So at least I know where to go, even though I've never done this for a long time. But we're going to take a little wander around here, and that's where we're probably going to end the walk here, because I don't often do too long walks. I haven't got that sort of mental state to where I can actually continue to do it. You know, sometimes actually you think, how do people do it, you know? Go on for miles and miles, almost as if it's non-stop. So you also got Argos and Next, and of course looks like Mother Care to me. It's just over there, and that's the main car park. Costa Coffee just down here. The Woodfords Brewery stand there. That's exactly what it says on there. So what we do see is a fantastic view of Norwich Football Club here. Of course, there's no game playing here because it's end of season anyway. Just imagine if England played here, if we were ever to get the World Cup over here. You know, they probably wouldn't fit the capacity, I don't think. Unfortunately not, but you know, I don't think it's ever been used for England, but it could do as a last resort. Do let us know if the signal's still okay. Thank you very much for staying with us here. We appreciate that. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. And this is Norwich City Football Ground here, whether I'll get a chance to go right round it just as an exclusive here, then it might be worth the trip round. But then again, I've got to find a way back. But I won't be going back. I would actually end the stream here. So yeah, the famous football ground of East Anglia, that's one of them anyway. So which bit is Delia Smith, eh? Anyone tell me in the comments? So literally goes all the way around here. There's even a hotel just around the corner on that side. So I've literally come out a different side here. So we might get to see a little bit of it before we go. But we can only thank you very much for watching here. One of the entrances to get into the Norwich City Football Club, just from here. And you can see queues of traffic here from all over the place here. I will cross over here and do my last little bit of a tour for you people, just for you. What's the weather like in your area at the moment? Is it nice? Is it nice as this? Is it as noisy as this as well? Well, it reminds me of a busy road in Hatfield that I recently done. If you want to check that out, I believe it's on the Wheel page, because it was actually previously recorded as a Facebook. So obviously there's a block of flats everywhere. I don't know whether it's safe to cross now, but probably not. There's so many cars going around here, it's unbelievable. So yeah, I might get a chance to walk around it down at Carrow Road. So maybe I'll just sneak through here, which actually will save a lot of time. That'll be a lot easier. Saves a lot of time. Of course, very pebbly down here, I have to say. So this is the official merchandise just down here. Be nice to get a tour of Norwich City Football Club if that was ever possible. I'd have to arrange that. If anybody would like to request it, probably get a lot of boos and a lot of cheers as well, because it's football, as you know. It's a mixed kind of opinion game. So yeah, we're going to have a little bit of a wonder, and why not? Looks like you're living in London here. It really does feel like that way. So yeah, I don't know if we can walk all the way around it, but we'll give you some inklings of it. Geoffrey Wakeling Way it is right now. So let's walk as far as we can go here. It's actually a restaurant. Actually, it's open. The club shop is actually open, even during non-season times. So that's quite amazing. So I wonder what side this is. It's just amazing to see this. Probably won't see a lot of the ground, but we're just going right round it at the moment. So there's a restaurant just outside it, which is actually open. I have to remember that when I come to Norwich again. Delia's Restaurant and Bar. Anyone want to shout out yellows? Feel free to do that. So I don't know if I can actually go right round the ground. I'll do my best, but of course this is the main section of it. See how far I can go. These are all the blocks, by the way. I've never literally watched a football game here, but I pretty much have an idea of what all the seating blocks mean. P and Q, and you obviously can't sit where you like. So I don't know whether we can get through here. It looks a bit awkward. So yeah, just flats around here. So thank you very much everyone for joining us, by the way. Obviously a delivery lorry. I'll try and get round the stadium, and I will end up walking on the other side. Smashing stadium, one of those. Wouldn't it be amazing? Wonder where that leads to. Another town? I don't know. So yeah, this is touring with us live here, just outside Norwich football ground here. For the first time I've shown it. Thought I'd have a little wander around, look with the nose. Obviously, these are all the tears. Well, there's no tears rolling through my eyes at the moment there. Well, tears of joy coming around here. It feels really amazing to come to an ex-Premiership team, and of course nicknamed the Canaries. You can see Canary Key over there. Yes, they are nicknamed the Canaries, just in case you're wondering. Thank you very much for the thumbs up. I don't think many people have seen it, and that's why it's hugely popular. People watching in now. Perhaps I should do the same thing in Ipswich, but of course it's more difficult to get round the stadium. So this is the ticket office, and customer service is just here, but the actual merchandise shop is actually open for anyone that buys football tops, or anyone that wants to buy a football top. So the choice is absolutely up to people on that particular note. Looks like a marquee has been going on here. Wonder if they've been doing something for the Platinum Jubilee, the Queen one. So this is the Green Farm Coffee Co. Wow. So this is another block here, the south stand here. A ticket collection point. All of these are usually all tickets. Basically, you buy them online. A lot of people don't tell you this, but of course you can't literally go in and pay with a cash anymore. I wish people told you all this, but something that I do know actually. So there you go. Some fascinating information that I already know about. And there's a reception there on this side. South Stand reception. I believe they've got sort of cafes on each side of the stadium. I think Liverpool won here. Did Southampton win here? I don't know. I can't remember now. We probably did lose here, but never mind. That's the Holiday Inn I was talking about here. So, yeah. Obviously, some parts of the building is actually still open. And as you saw a minute ago, there was a restaurant there.
It looks like you're filming this stuff. We're not allowed to film this stuff.
Not allowed to film. Okay. Oh, sorry. Thank you. We got told off for filming, so we have to go. Very strange. Can't film outside. We'll have to go now. What? Yeah, not bad.
Are you filming?
It's only for my YouTube account.
Right.
Okay.
What is it you're filming?
Oh, we're just showcasing the area. So
Okay.
yeah, we're just showcasing it for you know for anyone that wants to come over it.
Right. So you're not taking any videos of the inside or anything?
No.
Just the out.
Yeah, that's it. That's all it is.
Right. No worries. It's just we've had a couple of reports.
Oh, really?
Some people filming over
Oh,
the last
okay.
week or so.
Yeah.
I just
You have to
wanted
have
to double check.
permission to go in there, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's just the outside because they'll take photos of the outside
Yeah.
of the building, and we don't know what.
Yeah, I can see why you're asking. Yeah.
We don't know what the photographing or anything like that. So
Yeah.
I thought I'd come over and ask.
Yeah,
you
it's
what
okay
your
outside, yeah.
What your intentions were. With
Yeah,
the
yeah,
footage.
yeah. Just the outside we were going to do. It's like
Yeah,
cathedrals, you know. That's the
that's
same
fine.
policy as well.
Yeah, that's fine. I just
All right.
wanted to know your intentions.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and you. Yeah, thank you very much. So hopefully everyone saw that. And we did explain what we were doing to showcase the area. So maybe we should have asked next time just to make sure. But of course, we're not allowed to obviously go into the main stadium. I knew that anyway. So of course, we can't literally go around inside the stadium and start taking pictures inside. And I think they're okay with outside. I don't know if they actually was saying about the outside. I think that's exactly what they meant here about the outside here. So they thought that was literally filming inside, which it wasn't the intent. The intent to do that. In other words, we weren't intending to film inside. We wanted to showcase the outside of it, which of course it's a bit like cathedrals, you know, like Norwich Cathedral would be the same as well. You wouldn't be allowed to go into a cathedral to film. So obviously you've got a lot of security guards, and I can understand why they're saying it, because a lot of people tend to film videos of inside, and that's what they're probably worried about. So yeah, I can respect them for that. So big thumbs up. It's all right. I'm not doing a sort of police sneak up, because you know a lot of people do these things, and I think it's wrong that people actually do a lot worse than what I do. So of course it's only around the outside, and I probably will leave it at that. And that's probably why, you know, you can't really do it. And of course, I think he accepted what I was trying to do. We're doing for our YouTube channel to showcase, of course, just to explain to anyone that's watching now, doing it to showcase the surroundings of the area and not inside, just to make that absolutely clear. So there you go. So I can quite understand why they're asking. So there you go. Enough said about that. And of course, we will have to leave it on that note. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank you so much for watching. This is the view from, of course, this side of the stadium. Obviously there's a hotel right next to it. It's the first time literally got told, oh, you can't do it, you know, because I actually thought we were filming inside, and that's probably what is the reason behind it. So we'll leave you on that particular note before, of course, they think that we're filming anything else. But from all of us on behalf of Touring With Us, we thank the people for allowing us to continue outside only. And if you do film here, make sure you do it outside, and preferably probably let them know what you're doing, because, you know, I wouldn't actually like to get in an argument with them because they're security. They act probably like very similar to police, but, you know, not generally inside of the building, you know, because of copyright issues. So there you go. You're not allowed to go and take pictures of the actual ground inside. That's what it is, unless you had special permission and you told them why you're doing it and what your purpose of doing it. So there you go. Probably because of advertising reasons. So we leave it at that, with the view of Morrison's and a bit of outside of the Norwich City football ground. And thank you very much for watching. Live and exclusive from Norwich. We'll see you next time.